Good morning. I'm going to show you today how to make very cheap prescription sunglasses for cycling. That's what I would say. However, I've looked at AI and AI described this video as, what if I told you that you could have high quality, custom fit prescription cycling sunglasses for a fraction of the cost you'd expect? Forget those exorbitant optometrist bills. I'm about to reveal a clever, budget-friendly secret that will revolutionize your cycling experience and give you perfect vision on every ride. You won't believe how easy this is. It is actually very easy. I'm going to show you how to do it. It takes about an hour. It's going to cost you the price of a normal set of cycling sunglasses. This works for runners. It works for anyone who wants prescription glasses inside some wraparound shades. The shades that you buy need to have an insert for a prescription lens. Now, normally you'd take that to an optometrist or an optician's and you'd ask them to fit lenses to it, and it costs around £80 extra. That's not really that much. But if you've only paid $20 or $50, pounds, euros for your sunglasses in the first place, it adds quite a bit. What I'm going to show you is how to do it for nothing extra. Oh, and if you're intrigued about the Canyon box behind me, that's the next video. I've got a Canyon Grizzle on-fly e-gravel bike in there. I'm going to actually be unpacking it. I'm looking at the screen so I can see it behind me. I'm actually going to be unpacking it in about 10 or 15 minutes, which is about as long as this video is going to take me to do. So I'm really excited about that. So can we just get on with this? Now, today's video is in association with Revoray sunglasses. They sent me some sunglasses. I said, can you make sure that it has a prescription insert in there? And what I'm supposed to do is take it on a ride, show them on. There you go, and ride with them. I've already used them. They really are quite a step up from my previous ones, which were an Amazon set of wraparound sunglasses, which have served me very well over the last few months. They are in fact part of a free giveaway this week as well. Whoever comments in the comments saying that they quite fancy getting these sunglasses, I'll put them into a pot, and one of you will win these sunglasses. They're pretty good actually. So they're wraparound. They're wraparound shades. Like I say, I've been wearing them a good few months now. I'll clean them. I'll clean them first. But they have the insert inside. And what I'm going to be showing you is how to get a lens in there for nothing. But these came with 5 different lenses, all different colours for different conditions. The reason why I'm very happy with the Revoray ones, they're photochromic. So they'll just change. That's quite a nice thing, I've got to say. I do get fed up with being on a ride and having the wrong ones on because it goes cloudy and I've got the super dark ones on. Or worse is if I go into a tunnel and you have to take them off or look over the top. I need my prescription glasses to see, so that doesn't really work either. So I'm quite looking forward to trying these on some adventures. The quality of the lens is quite a bit better. I'll tell you how much they cost later. But these were the Brisk Y2s, I think. But I'll do that and I'll give a link in the bottom for those. I'll give you a link for the Amazon ones too if you like. The Amazon ones were about 18. I think these ones were about 55, something like that. Quite a big difference in quality. But if you just want some super cheap cycling sunglasses, you can do it for I think €18, pounds, whatever. What you do need is some old glasses. If you've got some old glasses, all you need to do is press out the lenses. It's ever so easy, I'll show you right now. Press out the lenses, you sand them down to fit, which works really well, really easy, it's really straightforward. And then you press them into those inserts. Bob's your uncle for nothing. If you go at it carefully, it will take you about an hour. if you go at it like I do, 25 minutes. 25 minutes. It depends on the shape of the glasses too. So if you had glasses like this, your old ones, and you're trying to get down to a tiny insert like these, so that's the insert that goes on, very fragile little plastic things. So if you can imagine, you're trying to sand those down to fit there, it might take a little while. So that might take an hour. Mine are rather smaller. They're just a fraction too big, so they won't take very long to sand down. The lovely thing about these wraparounds, and here I ought to say your Revoray wraparounds, is that they fit your face, up here in particular, so the air can't get in. And there's enough space around here so they don't fog up, but your eyes don't stream. And because the inserts are so close to the lens and so close to your eyes, it might look like I've only got a tiny bit of space to look out of, but for me, it's all the way down there. Upwards, I can't see the frame at all, so I can't see the insert frame. Upwards and sideways, it's out at an angle over here, and all the way over there. So though the insert is tiny, it's so close to your eye, it fills the entire space. It's a really, really good, cheap way of doing it, so please stop buying Oakleys from your opticians for 200-300 quid. Do this, get some really good quality ones like these. I keep saying it, actually it's because they are. Or anyone else that has an insert inside it. So let's begin. Right, all you're going to need is the insert that you want to fill with your lenses. You want your old glasses. You'll need a cloth later because you're going to get it absolutely completely covered in fingerprints. You'll need a mask because you're sanding down glass and you don't want to breathe in glass shards. That's really the absolute last thing you want to do. What else do you need? I brought more than this in. You need some sandpaper, 60 or 80 grit, really quite coarse sandpaper. And you need something that I don't have yet, masking tape. I'll go and get that now. Okay, so taking your old glasses, the first thing you want to do is push out the lenses. Now, you just have to be bold here. They push out from the inside to the outside really easily. Check first that your glasses don't have a screw across here. If you do, you might need to just undo that. If they're normal glasses like this, you literally push them out. It is that easy. Look at that. Okay, once they're out, you need to get some masking tape. Masking tape is best. I don't have masking tape. I'm going to use sellotape or whatever this sort of adhesive tape is. What you do is you want to cover it over both sides. This is so that you won't actually have any problems when you're sanding down the glasses, and also so you can draw on there the shape of the inserts so you know how far to go when you're doing the sanding. Okay. What you do is you take the insert, you make sure it's the right one for the side that you want to do. You position it over the center of your lens, and with a marker pen you draw around the inside like that. Okay, now what you've then got is a line that's the exact size of your lens that you want to cut down to, but you don't want to cut to that line. You want to cut down to around 2 millimeters outside that line. Just be bold, it's fine. Oh, remember the mask, put the mask on. When you're down to 2 millimeters from the outside of your line, you need to take that off, okay? Because you won't be able to see what you're doing otherwise. So now the going gets a little slower. Because what you're going to do is you're going to be constantly offering up your lens to the insert. You know it's not quite there yet, but you do change what you do next. So what you do next is that instead of sanding at 90 degrees, you start putting a bevel on the glass. And the bevel is roughly 45 degrees at the top and underneath. Okay, so you're trying to end up with a point all the way around. That is what allows it to push into that frame and not come out again. So we're just going to sand away for a while. And you, like I say, you just keep offering it up to see if it's going to push in. Okay, well, from the top. Okay, just keep offering. Keep sanding, keep at it. I've been doing this for probably about 15 minutes, no more. And I think I'm there. It's in. Now you just go back and do exactly the same thing with your other lens. I was a bit rougher with that one, so that took probably about 10 minutes. And that's in as well. It's much better to have a tight fit here. You don't want those lenses really popping out. This is, I've gone a little bit too far. There, maybe not. But they just, they won't, you know, that they're not coming out. And that's all that an optician would do. I should imagine they have something a little bit quicker than an 80 grit sandpaper, but that's all there is to it. And then you take your, in this case, Revoray sunglasses. Actually, you want to give them a really, really good clean first. A really, really, really good clean, because they're covered in all your grubby finger marks. Now be very careful not to have any of that glass dust around. Make sure that's completely been cleaned out of the way, because you don't want to be just using a fantastic grit on your lenses. So give them a really, really good clean. They're pretty easy to get in and out of the sunglasses anyway, these inserts. So even if you do get them grubby, you can just do it again. And for these, I think they just push in here. That's it. Anyway, that's it for this week. Super easy, super cheap, not much AI involved in the making of this video. So until the next one, and the next one is going to be unboxing and first impressions of that bike, which is actually in about 5 minutes for me, but you're going to have to wait until Friday, probably. Until then, thanks for watching.